Okay. We're going to go ahead and start. And this Zoom is going to be about fear. I know from just speaking with some of you guys this week and just being in the business for as long as I have been, that's the number one thing that holds you back from your success is fear. And we're just going to jump right into it. So, fear, F.E.A.R. Do you know what that means? False evidence appearing real. False, meaning not true. Evidence appearing real. And so the things that are holding you back are not even the truth. It's literally false. So what is fear? Fear comes in so many forms. It's not even funny. Like things that you may not even think about, that is fear. It can be everything from actual fear of going live or making a TikTok or talking to someone. Those are the kind of fears that we think about. But there's also things like self-limiting beliefs that also are derived from fear. That are also derived from fear. Doing things that are safe instead of the next thing that's going to, catapult you to the next level. You know, being vulnerable. It can be as writing a post. And so, something as simple as not really as simple, because writing a post and being vulnerable isn't something that is simple, but it's something that once you start doing it, it's going to just evolve and just reach out to so many different people. So, and be incredibly inspirational. But fear just comes in so many different forms. And so, we think of fear like of jumping off of a bridge or jumping out of a plane and doing that stuff. But it actually like really, you know, is a huge part of a reason why we're not being successful. And we're the only ones that are holding ourselves back. The only ones that are holding our own selves back. Whenever you're, just going like into the self-limiting beliefs, this has everything to do with, what's an objective that someone has set to you, even like just in conversation of this business. This can be something like money. They don't have the money. They don't have the they're afraid that they're not going to, be successful in this business. It's a scam, which is just living on the fear of what other people have heard about something that's false. It's false. And it can be something like, they're afraid that they're going to, make their friends mad or whatever it may be. All those things, even though you said yes, you're still carrying them into this business after you have, already hit submit and already, made that decision to like go to that next level of being in the business. But why can't you get over, why can't you like just put it aside and believe in yourself? You are, just it's still consuming you. And why are you letting it consume you? It's we a lot of us watched elevation worship the other day. And let's see if it'll let me bring up my notes. And one of the things that he said was, same devils, new levels. And so how we deal with the same devil as before, and we're bringing that into this new thing, we have to evolve and just go to that next level and, put up a different kind of armor than we had when that same devil that was before we hit the submit button and said yes to this business and we had that objective. We have to evolve and know that this armor that we're putting up for this new level in our business with this new promotion is going to be so much stronger. But you have to believe in yourself first. You have to know that you are worth every penny that this business has to offer you, and that the only one who is thinking the way that you're thinking right now is you. And if any other people's opinions will not pay your bills. So don't let your own opinion of something that is fear, false evidence appearing real, take you sorry. My daughter is just crying. Um don't let your own fear be the thing that holds you back. You know, let you pay your own bills, not the opinions of other and what you think that anybody else thinks of you. You do it. You go for this business. Go for the things that you deserve in this business, and just believe in yourself a little bit. So what does fear do? It causes the biggest thing that fear will do, that is so okay, she's good. The biggest thing that fear will do in this business for you is you're going to blame others for the lack of effort and the lack of worth ethic and the lack of fear that you personally put in. Yes, people will quit on you. Yes, people will, like not be enrolling. But when you dig down deep into it, what are you doing? How are you showing up for how are you showing up in this business? Are you being the distributor that you want, that you're thinking that your team should be? What are you doing, and why are you blaming other people when you're doing the same thing? You know, you're not listening to self development, or you're not going to the next level because you're letting fear get in your way. And so first, before we blame anybody else, before we wonder why our team isn't working, why our team isn't making TikToks or showing up on their stories or doing this or doing that, what are we doing? And it's not just, maybe you're doing all of those things, but maybe it's the things within your team that you're not doing. How are you showing up as a leader for them? And sometimes people just suck, and sometimes this is just a little time of your learning, that God is evolving you into the most incredible leader ever. I probably, Tina can, I don't know, what is that word, attest for it, or what's the word? Vouch for me, I guess. That's not the word I'm thinking of, but it's close enough. But there was a long time when testify. Yeah. Okay. That's probably a better word. But Tina has seen the growth and seen my, my valleys through the crazy hard times whenever it was just me and her, and it was just like us crying to each other through voice messages, or just wondering what the heck, why haven't we went this far? And we had to trust the process and trust the growth that we had to go through this moment. We had to learn. And it took a lot of self-reflecting on, well, what the freaking heck am I doing? What am I doing? And like God had to speak to both of us. Like, what the heck are we doing? Like, are we like, are we posting on our story? Are we making our coffee on our story every day? Sure. Yeah. That's probably something that we do every single day. But what are we doing that's not getting us to the next level? What, are we going live? We are going live. Are we being vulnerable? Probably not. Are we doing TikToks? Yeah, but are we doing them consistently? It's a thing. It's a balanced thing. You have to know that everything that you do has to have a balance. You can't show up one day and not show up 6, or, like, hold on. Yeah. Show up one day and then not the rest of the week. And then like do that again and again and again. Yeah. You're going to have a couple of people that it's going to come here and here and they're like, oh yeah, my friend Megan, she's like, whatever. And then like, you don't do it the next day. Well, you missed out on all of these people who were waiting for you, to post, who were waiting for you to show up on your story and show up on a TikTok or show up on I don't know, a live, trying to inspire them. And they, look at you for laughter. That's okay, girl. You got all these different platforms, boo. You got all these different platforms. And so we have to do a lot of self-reflecting when it comes to these things. And the moment that we start showing up and being the leader that we want to be is whenever God is going to make moves. Is it going to happen overnight? Probably not. But you have to trust the process and you have to keep being consistent in how you do everything daily, and trust the process. Just trust the process and know that the biggest blessing is about to happen for you. Okay. Let's see. I heard this on, I shared Ashley Mayfield's podcast this earlier. And one of the very first things that she says in it was, every time you quit, you disqualify yourself. And this isn't just quitting. Like, this isn't just like, this business isn't for me, but that also does play into it as well. Every time you quit, you have to start. It's like starting over, and, yeah, exactly. People love vulnerability because it's a feeling. People want to connect. It's a connection. And that is the key, is connecting. The way that we connect is through our words. It's through our videos, through our lives. It's through just us being the incredible humans that we are. And we have, and, making that connection is where we're going to, it's something magical happens when that connection happens between you and that other person. And it's only the beginning. And so, if you only have one follower on TikTok, you know what? It's only the beginning for an incredible mass following that is about to happen for your journey. But the disqualifying, that does mean starting over. Every time you quit, come back, starting over. But it also means like just not being consistent. Every time that you're not consistent and you go days without doing this, or days without being vulnerable, or days without any, I don't know, just it plays into so many different things. You disqualify yourself for the masses. You disqualify yourself for being, hitting that next level in your business and going that next step. We all want these incredible bonuses right now and the promotions and everything. But if we aren't consistent and we, keep stop, go, it's not going to get us as far, as fast as, don't just hitting the gas pedal and just freaking going for it. If you keep hitting the brake, if you and this other person, you're in a race and that you keep hitting the brake and this person's like, no, I'm going 60 miles per hour, man. And you're still back here, like who's going to get there first? Who's going to get to target first? So, um, so stop disqualifying yourself. You freaking deserve this business. And, if you don't believe that, you need to do some self-development. You need to, do some self-affirmations, do some prayers and meditations. And I also heard this on this episode. It was such a good episode. But one of the things that she had said was, what was it? Oh, okay. So I said prayer, right? And so you're praying a prayer, right? What kind of prayer are you praying? Are you praying it out of doubt? Like, God, if this is for me, like, just show me a sign. Show me a sign. If it's not for me, okay. But if it's for me, like, okay, well, you didn't pray for God to like give you faith in this business. You prayed in doubt. You already put that doubt in there. And so what is God going to do? What is the universe going to do? If you don't believe in God, what do you think that the universe is going to do? It's going to give you the doubt because you prayed in doubt. Pray in faith and go try, like, believe in yourself and go to that next thing because, like, dude, like, God wants to give you this incredible, like, life. But if you keep praying in doubt and keep saying that part of it, and like you don't even realize it whenever you're saying it in your head. And but this is your sign, if you're watching this right now, to stop praying how you're praying and pray in faith. Okay. That one really hit it for me. I was like, whoa, okay, Ashley Mayfield. Actually, I think it was her husband that said it too. So they have their podcast on, it's called Fireball, and it's on Spotify, but they also have it on YouTube that I found out today. So very cool. It actually like shows them talking while they're recording the episodes. Very cool. So it was lighting a fire in me, and I had to share that because I think that was a huge, huge one. Let's see. Where do I want to go with this next? Sorry. And so now that we like understand fear and what actually fear consists of, and like, how are you going to go to that next level now? Are you, are you going to, make a game plan? Are you going to pray more? Are you going to, do more self-development and actually make it into your day? I really feel like throughout the day, you need two different kinds of self-development. I think getting yourself started every single day, incredible self-development. But I also feel like throughout the day, you are hit with so much that you need something at night. Not even at night, but just like right there at the evening, just to give yourself a pick me up, because it gives you so much more fire within you because from everything that you took on that day. So you have your armor, the beginning of the day with the self-development, right? You have that armor all day long. But so, it kind of gets worn out throughout the day. And then you pick it back up with that other self-development, get you fired up. And so that way, whenever it comes the evening time, you're like, okay, I got this the rest of the night. I got, like, instead of, oh man, I am so freaking tired. I cannot even do this right now. I'm so overwhelmed. I'm so this, I'm so that. Because let me tell you, promotion month, this is a promotion month. So you know what that means. It means the devil's really going to go hard at you because it never fails. It never fails. So you need, to put that armor up. as much as you can. And, yeah. So, but also know that just because you hear something, you also have to apply it. So listening to self-development is massively encouraged, right? But you have to apply it. You have to apply what you're knowing, and apply instead of it just being knowledge in your head, it needs to be, there's a really good saying, but I can't remember for the life of me what it is. But instead of just knowledge in here, it needs to be knowledge that you are doing every single day to help you with the success of this business. We all have the same 24 hours in the day. And so, I kid you not, I look back all, throughout the day, and I'm like, I don't even know where it went. I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I don't even know how it's already 10, and I'm like, where in the world did my day go? And it's so crazy, but, I have the same 24 hours as you. Our schedules, yeah, they look freaking different, but we all have to just put our self-limiting beliefs, put our excuses, put everything that the devil is trying to get in and squeeze his little way into, and just make it happen, make it work. What are you wanting to accomplish this year or next month after you hit this promotion, you get that commission check? What are you wanting to accomplish? Is you working right now? Is that worth it more than your excuses? Is what you're working for worth more than worrying about what somebody else thinks? Because let me tell you, there's more people out there that will 100% support the heck out of you. And that little tiny little 1% of people who are negative and who want to see you get blocked on Facebook, or what is it, keyboard Karens. They those people don't matter. They have something deep down in their life that the only thing that makes them happy is putting somebody else down instead of lifting them up. And we are in today's age where MLMs, this is the new way. This is nothing new. We've been around for 20 years. And we're just one out of the hundreds of, maybe thousands of different companies that are out there. And so, this social selling is nothing new. It's just people don't like something that is different for them, and that they don't understand, and that they're not willing to work for, that isn't hourly. Because let me tell you, I do a lot of I do a lot of stuff that is that has been commissioned. Guess what? Booth rent. I'm a hairstylist. I don't do hair anymore, but I have done booth rent. And you know what? If I didn't show up, guess what? I didn't get paid. If I didn't, then I worked commission. If I didn't show up, guess what? I didn't get paid. And that's not because I wasn't hourly, that's not because regardless, you're not going to get, paid if you don't go into your hourly job either. But if I don't show up, I'm not getting anything. I can show up, and if I'm not trying, even if I'm sitting, for so long, I would, if it was a slow day because the mall was dead, no one would be walking around the mall, you know, and, or nobody would need a haircut. But that's just because I didn't, that I can, I can go all day long, but there is something so similar to doing hair and doing this business. It's mind blowing. When you're doing hair, you need to book, you need to rebook, and which is the same thing as following up and following up and following and getting a date. I need a date whenever I'm doing hair and rebooking. Guess what? I need a date when I am, you know, getting a customer. Um, and is everybody going to give you a date for booking hair? No. Same as they're not going to give you a date for, you know, when they're wanting to order. But that's how you know, that's, if you're not trying to work and if you're not trying to, you know, plan ahead and plant those seeds and get your name out there and do these things, then that's, I mean, you're not planning ahead. And so you really dig deep into just knowing how, like, hold on, dig deep into yourself and know what you need to do to go to this next level. Um, plan, plan your content. If you think of something like a TikTok or a live or a post, write it in a note somewhere of what you think would be a good post, which is called batch content. Plan, you know, write it out, make one day, maybe it's like a slow day that, or the day, your off day, like brainstorm all of this stuff, like, and just maybe that's like your fun day where you make like all these different TikToks instead of trying to fit them in every single day. Like, how am I going to fit in? How am I going to make a TikTok today? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? Pick one day and do it. If you have an off day or maybe an off afternoon or an off hour, put your finger up there and go like this. Scroll through TikTok. If you think of some funny things, you know, use hashtags. Um, plan your, you know, block out your time. If it's something that you're having trouble with, like time, where, figure out and write out where throughout the entire day do you have an opening to work? Is it, you know, lunch times, break times? Are you peeing? Do you pee? I'm pretty sure we all do, you know. Use that time to, they don't know what you're doing in there. You just do something on there, post a story, you know, take 20 minutes before you go to bed and scroll and get some things in there, like making stories and stuff like that. Madison's really good at doing things like this and making sure all of her like batch contenting her stuff, because she's a busy freaking woman, especially now, and she, you know, she's a really short staffed at work. But you know what? Her dreams are bigger than her excuses, and yours are too. So, just don't let your excuses and the fear get in the way of your promotion, and know what you need to do. And if you need to write fear out on the thing and write what it means, and then write an inspirational quote underneath it, that way you know to knock it out, like false evidence appearing real. And like, oh yeah, that's not even a real thing. Like every time I look at this thing, it's like, oh, fear is not even a real thing. Like, why am I even scared? This is like something so stupid, you know. People are inspired by you, and so let them see the inspiration. Be vulnerable, be you, be authentic. Don't try and be somebody that you're not. Don't try and dress and do your hair like somebody you're not. And I just want like to share that like something I do is as far as my TikToks and my reels, which are kind of like two different things. But they're the same, but they're different. So like TikTok is more like my funny stuff, and I can put that stuff on my reels as well. But also reels is like, you want to also do some things. Yes, my Dustin. Um, you want to, with reels, you can also do stuff like inspiring, teaching things, um, like tutorials. So if you know that you're good at something, record it. I use the Splice app, and I don't pay for it. You just got to hit a lot of X's on the top or whatever. But I use the Splice app to limit it to like the 30 seconds, and I'll like cut a bunch of stuff out. So make tutorials is something that you're passionate about. I did one on how I keep my hair color red, between coloring, because that's a common question. Think about, brainstorm common questions that people ask you. Maybe it's, how do you do your nails? How do you do I don't know. How do you do lashes? Your sewing, or maybe it's just like 5 things that you didn't know about blah blah blah. I don't know. People are just so freaking curious, and if you like it, maybe it's like something as like simple as top 5 what is it called? I'm trying to think of what, oh my gosh, I'm brain farting right now. Top 5 paranormal thingies, or top 5, what is it? What is it called? What do we like, Tina? Like murder mystery stuff. Yeah, like crime stuff. People are so fascinated by everything. So find something that fits you, and like in like 3 to 5 things. What is something you can teach? What is something that you are passionate about? The business, and then something that you can, maybe it's something you love. Maybe it's something on Amazon, like 5 things off of Amazon, or 10 things that you need off of Amazon, or create a freaking series. Make it just like something you need off Amazon. People go nuts over that crap all the time. And then guess what? They buy it. So make sure you have some kind of shop set up, so that way you can like get that dough. It might be $2, but it adds up. Multiple streams of income, baby. I'm all about it. And so that's one thing. And then how I am kind of making it a little more unique to me is when I'm doing business things. Yes, I am doing things that have to do with like the recommended songs, but I'm also doing songs that like set a fire within me. Okay. Because I'm going to post one tonight, and y'all can see it, but I got to put the words to it. But it's a Paramore song, and that's like something like, I'm more of that like rocky little fun like jazzy thing. I mean, you don't have to be like go and like do a Paramore one, but if you like something else, like if you're into worship music, do something with worship music. If you are into, maybe it's like rap. I mean, you probably don't want to be like beep bleep beep bleep and like be pointing on stuff and whatnot, but like have fun with it. Do stuff that like makes you and run with it. Because when you're doing something that sets you and like with a fire within you, you can see, I was watching my video back, and I could see my fun and my passion. And that was so much different than doing it with a song that it was just not, I mean, it's not a boring song, but that just wasn't like so much like me. It's so if I can like really get into it and I'm like feeling myself, do it, dude. And then I'm trying to think if there's anything else as far as like reels and stuff. I think that was it. 9:30. Mm-hmm. 9:30 is beautiful time to post. 9:30 Central on your reels. I still haven't figured out time on TikTok. I don't understand it. But 9:30, I have had several get thousands of views on by posting them at like 9:30 or 10. Normally 9:30 though, but there it is. It's a magic. I don't know. Any Madison can attest for me, dude. It's wonderful. 9:30. So um that is really all that I have. Yeah, she said it, the best time. Um I think it's because it hits so many different time zones. Um because you have, the late birds who are like that 11:30, that's a lot of moms or dads or whatever that are up. And then you also have California, so that's like 7:30. So there's like it's like before midnight. It's like the waking hour for like all people over 21. So keep that in mind. Also I see a lot of people post a lot of reels in the morning. And I'm talking not like at 9:30. I'm talking at like 7:30, 8 o'clock. So follow people, see when they're posting that are inspiring. I follow this girl. Her name is it's like Jack Attacks Life or something. She's wonderful and gives you can tell she's just a really kind soul, but she shares a lot of this stuff too. And so she's a really good person to follow. If you want to do that, I'd turn her post notifications on so you can like see when she's posting a reel or posting a story or whatever. And so I follow just whoever is kicking butt, and I just learn from them and share with you guys. So I do hope this helped. I'm gonna stop the recording.